Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us here today to learn a little bit more about exhibiting and sponsorship opportunities with the Engage Again Rain RFID Tire Expo. Steve Halliday from the Rain Alliance will be speaking.
Thanks, Mike. Welcome, everybody. I see some familiar names and I see some people I don't know. So first of all, I'm Steve Halliday. I am the president of the Rain Alliance. And it's my pleasure to welcome you this morning to give you a chance to understand why you might want to become involved in the upcoming virtual event, Engage Again and the Rain RFID Tire Expo. The event will be held the 8th and 9th of September, and we will have a full contingent of seminar sessions during those 2 days, as well as an exhibition hall open to everyone. So let's get going, and I'll try and explain to you some of the things that we're going to see, and then we'll enter the world and I'll show you what it's really all about. So there are 3 ways that you can be involved in the virtual world. Obviously, you can be a sponsor, and sponsors get a lot of benefits, which I will try and explain to you as we go on. You can be just an exhibitor. Exhibitors don't get quite so many benefits, but you have a slot on the exhibit floor. And I hope when we get into the world and you get a chance to look and see what's going on, you'll understand the benefits of being an exhibitor in this virtual world. And of course, you can be a speaker. Almost all of the speaker slots are now full. If you still would like to be a speaker, we may be able to find you a slot, but you need to let somebody know very, very quickly so that we can get you signed up and in the world. So for sponsors, there are 3 levels of sponsors: platinum, gold, or silver. You can see there on the right, we already have some sponsors, and we'd like you to be listed on this along with everybody else. There are benefits to each of the sponsors that you can see in the table here. We will promote you in all of our emails to everybody as we get people to sign up and join in and attend, register, and all of those other things. You will be mentioned numerous times in the conference, and you will get special banners in the auditoriums acknowledging that you are a sponsor. So you can see here that the 3 levels obviously cost different amounts of money, and one of the things that they come with is a booth in the exhibit hall. A platinum sponsor gets what we call a quad booth, and I'll explain all of that in just a few more minutes as we get a bit further into this. So for $5,000, which when you think about it is probably less than what it will cost you to actually go and attend a physical event, you could be a sponsor of the event. You could be listed on all of the advertising and marketing that we do. You could have your name all over the virtual world, in the auditorium, and various other places as we move through and see things. So you also get conference passes for your staff or customers as part of that deal, and so that you can give those away and encourage your customers and partners to attend the event with us. If you want to just be an exhibitor, there are 3 sizes of booths: singles, doubles, and quads. And you will also get discounted passes for customers and partners. That gives you a chance to get some of your customers into the world and to learn lots more about the technologies that the event covers, as well as giving you a chance to meet and greet with people. When we did our May event, that was an Engage Again event. The Tire Expo was not part of that. We had over 350 people attending and walking around the exhibit hall. You get the chance to individually talk to each one of those people in the exhibit hall. So the exhibit hall looks a little bit different, as you can see here from the balcony view. Those are the booths down in the exhibit hall. I'm standing looking out over the booths, and you can see what's going on. What you're seeing here are some quad booths: this big green one with the logo in green across the top, the blue one with the AIM and Rain logos on it, and there's another big quad one over in the back there, as well as one in the middle. And there are some single booths here. in the front, and when we go and look at it properly, I'll show you the double booths as well. So here's a provisional layout for the exhibit hall. As you can see, the quads have been placed in a great position for everybody to be able to see them. We have double booths and singles, and we can change this booth layout however we need to accommodate however many exhibitors and sponsors that we get. So of course, for speakers, there is a chart. I realize you can't read that. I couldn't make the text any bigger, unfortunately, to show up. The agenda for the speakers will be published in the next few days, and you'll be able to see that we have 3 tracks of speakers, one of which is dedicated to the Rain RFID Tire Expo. And so all the speakers will be related to tire projects and the use of Rain in tire projects. The other 2 auditoriums will be Engage Again, and there will be a variety of AIDC topics covered in those auditoriums. So everything from barcodes to IoT to some application level things, case studies, all sorts of items going on in the conference sessions. So the agenda is based around European time, and we'll start at 10 a.m. Central European time. And you can see there the daily schedule. We will have presentations first thing in the morning. We will then do some exhibit hours, go back to more presentations, back to more exhibit hours, back to more presentations, and then we'll have some networking in the evening European time. So we encourage you to get involved in all of those things. Obviously, the presentations will be excellent. So here's a picture of where we're going. This is the AIDC Connection World. We're going to be heading off there right now. So if you bear with me a second, I will bring us into the world. We are now in the AIDC Connection World. As you can see, you're looking at my back. This is my avatar, and this is what people see when they look at me. Well, hopefully they see the front of me. But here we are. We have just landed in the world, and we can go and explore. So very quickly, I'm going to take you over to the auditorium. There are several ways to move around in here. You can walk like I'm doing now. You can actually run. But we also have a teleport system, and I'll use the teleport system in just a few minutes to show you how you can get around much quicker. So here we are in one of the auditoriums, and you can see the seats. I can pick any seat I want to, click and view. People can look at the main screen or the whole stage. So you can move around as you choose. If you're a speaker, you can go up on stage and you can see that we have a control panel that's come up here. I can share my presentation. So if I have a presentation, I can put my presentation up. I can change the slides, go backwards, go forwards, do whatever I want. I could share a YouTube video. There we go. And it should jump to full screen.
We do have one question here.
Yeah.
They were asking how long should the speakers be online after the speaker session in case of questions?
It's a good question. So each slot is for 30 minutes, and we're working out a way for speakers to meet with people offline if there are questions. So we're recommending people speak for sort of 20-25 minutes, leave the last 5 minutes for Q&A, and then if they want to go off to if they want to go off to somewhere to talk, they're very welcome to do that. So we will give all the speakers information on how to do that as we move forward. But hopefully we will have an area where you can go to chat and to get questions. But looking here back into the exhibit hall, you can see that there are numerous places where we can put up banners, ads, logos for sponsors, which we will do. So all of the sponsors will be featured in these wall features. There's more here and there's more over here. So all of these will have sponsors listed on them. So as a sponsor, you will get a great chance to be seen by everybody and known that you're sponsoring. So if I walk out of the building, and I'm just going to go over to one of the other areas here and just show you another opportunity that the sponsors can take advantage of. So here is another area that the sponsors will get to have access to. Their logos and so forth will be exhibited here, and we will encourage them to set up something. I've just walked into the, looks like it's, there we go, it's picking up the RAIN webpage right now. So they have a screen that they can put things on, whatever they want. They don't, this is not a manned area. It's just a chance for people to look, to come and see what is going on. The world has been upgraded in the past few days, and it looks as if we lost a lot of our setup during the upgrade. So we'll have to come back in and reset it all up. But again, as I walk outside here, you can see that there's signage all over the place, where we can actually put logos for sponsors and so forth. So up in the top right-hand corner here, there's a blue menu, and one of the things is go to. If I click on go to, I can choose where I want to go. So we're going to go to the expo hall. So somebody said, can I turn my camera on as a speaker? Yes, you can if you wish to. That's entirely up to you. We have seen speakers do that in the past. Some people would rather just have their avatar there on stage. So here we've landed in the expo center. And again, you'll see there are lots of screens all around the place where we will be putting up logos for the sponsors. And you can see in front of me, there's actually a video running from one of our platinum sponsors right now. So that started to run as soon as I came into range of it. And you can learn more about tires from the video here provided by Michelin. More areas on the right here where you'll see logos for sponsors will get put up. And this is the exhibit hall itself. So as we walk into the exhibit hall, you can see we're faced with 3 double booths in front of us at the moment. One over here on the left seems to have all the tire things set on it. The one in the middle is just about the world, and the one on the right there looks as if it's all about AIM. As I walk down the aisle, you'll see that we are going past the 3 quad booths, and you can see a quad booth has lots of, let me just turn face, there we go. Lots of space on it for images, for videos, for anything you want, places to collect information. You can change the color of the booth to be anything you want. And when we walk in, you'll see some of the screens will come to life. Again, maybe not. As I said, they updated it. There it goes. So this one looks as if it's showing some sort of web page. But there are places to sit. And you see the blue areas all around the table and chairs here. That means if I walk in here, I'm in a completely private area. That means only people inside of the blue line can hear me. So we actually have a private area inside of a private area, because as I look back, you can see the whole booth is a private area. So when somebody's in the booth, anybody outside walking by can't hear the conversations, and even more if they're sitting in one of these areas inside the booth surrounded by the blue lines, then only people inside the blue lines can hear that. So you can see lots of places for you to put up signage. And then we have, looks like it's currently set up with a single, a double, and another single. These are the smaller booth sizes. You can, as I said, we can walk into here. I can change the booth color to any color that I want it to be. And you can do this as part of your package when you sign up. You can change, you can add an image here with your logo on it. Again, up here, you can update this one to be your logo. And here on the screen, you can put a video up or a web page or anything you want. Because the hall is officially only open when the conference sessions aren't running, we do have people who wander around while it's officially closed. We can't stop that. But what we suggest is that you have an icon here which takes you to a web page with a form to get information so that you can have people fill out a form and say who they are. You can set this up as a browser link. So you have an image and that maybe says, click here to leave your name for further information. And when they click, they will take you to a web page on your website. So you're controlling it. You're the only one who's collecting the information, and you can collect the information from them. So lots of things you can do. So say the single booth just has one big screen and two small, one small one, one big one small area. The double booth has these 4 areas that you can put up, as well as some image areas for logo and so forth, as well as a screen to put up a website or a video. Videos can be uploaded into the system. They have to be less than 30 megabytes, and it is best if they are in WebM format, let's say particular type of video format. You'll get all this information when you sign up to be an exhibitor or a sponsor. So you can see lots of space here for people to do whatever they want. 3 more double booths on the back of the ones coming in. If I go outside, I'll show you that you can see now all these tables and chairs all have blue circles around them. So again, anybody sitting inside one of the blue circles is only heard by other people inside the blue circle. So they're private areas for conversation. You can see more chairs set out for conversation here. We will go briefly upstairs. So this is looking out now over the exhibit hall. And you can see the front row. We came in over here under the AIDC connection banner is where we entered. And you can see that there are 1, 2, 3, 4 corridors going down the length of the hall. And we can have, as I said before, the doubles, singles, or quad booths. And we can set them up in any arrangement we want. Here in the back, there are some more areas for people to sit and have meetings with some screens which can be set up so that people can look at things. And as an exhibitor or a sponsor, you have complete access to all of the things on your booth to change the colors, the images, everything you want. As I mentioned a little earlier, I think, the quad booths have this big banner display above the quad so that you can add your logo or whatever you want to put here above your banner so everybody knows that you're there. You can see the aim and the rain ones already set up down here on this one. So that gives you some good quick impressions of what you can do. More areas up here for meetings if you want them, more image space where sponsors and so forth will be listed. The world is completely open to you to wander around as you choose. We're not going to do that right now, but you saw some of the areas that you can go to. More spaces out here. Looks like a big area under an umbrella. That's new. I've not seen that one before. Smaller areas I've seen, but the big one over there gives you a chance, excuse me, gives you a chance for a larger meeting. If I go back up to the menu at the top. So here are some of the areas that you can go to. We visited Auditorium 1, but there's 2 and 3, so there will be 3 auditoriums running. You can go to the beach, you can play soccer. There are some other areas that might or might not be available depending on if we have people who want to use them for anything as we move forward. So you are welcome as a sponsor or an exhibitor to explore the world. As an attendee, you also can explore the world and go off and do things. Right now, the beach is set up with a main stage where we can have a concert if we chose, or we could award prizes and all sorts of things from the stage. Only those people inside the blue space would be able to hear what was going on stage. That was set up for the last person that used the world with us, who actually did an awards presentation from the stage here on the beach. There's some boats. You're quite happy to, you can jump off and go and go for a ride on the boat. And of course, when everything else is done, it'll get dark, and hopefully there should be some fireworks. So you can see the world has a lot of capabilities, gives you the chance to do whatever you want to do, to wander around, to see, and most important, to meet people and network with people. You can do crazy things like, whoops, wrong click. I can cheer if I want to. I could shake hands with somebody if they were here. I can bow, I can wave. I could even dance if I really felt like it. So it gives you the chance to participate at a great level inside the world. But most important of all, and the thing that all of our visitors have said so far, is just the ability to meet people that you know and talk to them is just far better than any other virtual experience they had had. So we invite you to come and be a speaker, excuse me, to be a sponsor or to be an exhibitor. You can sign up to do that. We will send you the URLs to allow you to go and sign up to be one or the other of these. If you just want to register, registration is now open. It's $75 to get in. RAIN and AIM members get in at a discounted price. And if you are a RAIN or AIM member, you should have already received your discounted coupon to use to get in. As I mentioned, speakers, sponsors, and exhibitors all get some discounted tickets that you can give out to your staff or to your customers, which will get you in to see the whole thing at a lower rate. So lots of things to look at. The world is there for you, and we hope that you'll be coming along to engage again. But the world is also there for you in other ways if you want it. You can have your company event here in the AIDC world. As I mentioned, we had a company in here not long ago who did 2 days of presentations for all of the members of their company around the world. They all came in and listened to various aspects of what was going on in the company, what their partners were doing, new products available to them. They had an awards presentation at the end of the day where some of their star people were awarded plaques and so forth. And you can do that as well. It's a very inexpensive way of having a meeting. Nobody has to fly anywhere. I think they had nearly 300 people in the world for the company presentation we did a couple of weeks ago. You can do that for as small as 25 if you want to, and we can help you to get set up and get going. You can contact either Mary Lou Bosco at marylou@aimglobal.org or me, Steve at rainrfid.org, and we'll be happy to give you more details on how you can use the world for your next company meeting. But for now, what we want you to think about is coming and being a sponsor or exhibitor, and we hope that what you've seen today makes you realize the benefits of joining us. So I'm going to stop there, let anybody ask any questions or get more information. I can go back into the world again if you want me to, if there are things you want to see or look at. So please use your chat function at the bottom of the screen, and I'm here to answer your questions.
So yeah, we have several questions here. The first one is someone was asking if they can put a presentation in the sponsor area or just one slide.
You can. It's a good question. I think you can. Let's go see. Let's go to the auditorium. No. You said, I'm sorry, in the exhibit area, right? I apologize. I should have gone to the expo hall.
Yes.
That was my error. So you wanted to put a presentation on the screen, right? So there is my presentation on the screen. And if I click on it, I can change slides, or you could just have one slide if you wanted to. So the answer is yes, I can do that.
So great. And another question about booths, actually a couple here. For the single booth, one person has to be present throughout the, or excuse me, for the single booth, does one person have to be present throughout the session, or can she travel around?
So that's entirely up to you. There is no requirement for you to be in your booth at any time. We recommend you are in your booth during the time set aside for booth presentation, for the expo hall to be open. There are no presentations going on during that time, but you don't have to be. It's up to you. If you're not in your booth, what we recommend is, as I was saying, you set up one of these boxes with an image that says, click here to leave your name, and link that to a web page, and it will display the web page. They can fill out the form, and you will be able to collect the information for people that came to your booth. Obviously, if there's nobody here in the booth, there's nobody to answer any questions, and so you don't have any indication of people who might have visited. We have no way of knowing who goes to which booth, so we can't supply you with a report that says all of these people came to your booth. We can't do that.
Okay, great. Yeah, that was another question that someone had, if they could track that somehow. Another question that we have is about the sponsor area. Can they show presentations or slides in that area?
So you can show videos, as you have seen. I can put a presentation up on one of these screens. So there's my presentation, but it's just going to sit there like that. So the only way to make a running presentation would be to enter a video. And that's what we've done here. This one here is a video that's running, and it runs anytime anyone approaches it. So the best way, if you want to put, if you want to have a presentation that self-runs, is to create a video of it, and then we can load it into one of the screens. Not all the sponsors will have the opportunity to put up things on the outside like this. At the moment, we're thinking only platinum sponsors, but if there are others of you that wish to have that done, we'd be happy to listen to you. Any other questions, Mike?
Yeah, another question we have, and I think it's because we're not seeing your name there, as how can other customers see someone's name?
So that's a really good question. I turned it off so that you could see more of the screen. I can preferences, show my username, save and close. There you go. So I turn my name back on again. I had turned it off so that it was easier for you to see the world, but that's one of the controls that you have. I should have mentioned that you create your avatar. There's a dressing room you can go in and create your avatar to make it look like you or not like you, however you want to. You dress yourself in whatever you want to dress. Set yourself up to be as you want to be. I think I can turn around so that you can see me from the front, and that's what most people will see. Well, everyone will see as they approach me. And then when you're wandering around, you see yourself from the back all the time. Any others, Mike?
For sponsors, how many marketing materials can they put in the quad booth? I mean, how many screens do they get?
Okay. So from this side, you can see there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 screens, plus 2 logo, 3 logo, 4 logo areas, plus the thing above. And then from the other side of the booth, there's another 2, 4, 6 areas to put things up on, plus I guess that makes that one, yeah. So 7 areas to put things up on. So there's quite a lot of screens in a quad booth for you to put things up on. Some of them are full presentation boards where you can put videos. Some of them are for images only. You can also set them up so that they populate for people outside. This one's just populated now. That's my computer's fault. My computer reported just now that I've got too many things running. I should have shut down everything and I forgot to. So you can see that it just populated with everything that's there, but it can also be set so that when you walk in, some of these will change. So they can be different inside to outside. Others, Mike?
Another question we have is, can you turn your camera on as a sponsor?
Can you turn your camera on? So you would need to be at a full web board. Let me get to a full web board. This is probably not going to work. Let me see if I can turn my Zoom camera off, see if that will stop the video. See if it will let this one take control. Share your webcam. Yep. So you can see me in my office here now. So the answer is yes, as an exhibitor, you can turn a webcam on if you want to.
And then going along with that, can you turn your camera on as a speaker?
As a speaker, absolutely. It's entirely up to you whether you do it or not. Most of our speakers chose not to do it in our last event. A couple of sessions had more like a panel, and they chose to use the 3 boards above the speakers to have the webcams so that you could see the people actually talking in the panel. So if you're a speaker, when you come in for rehearsals, we'll go through all of those options for you and you can decide how you best want to present. Anything else, Mike?
And we did just get another question. How much time does a person have to upload all presentations, videos, etc.?
Several days. You'll get access to the world several days before the event starts, and you can come in and do things in your own time zones whenever you wish to update all of your stuff. So you'll have plenty of time to come in, do it, change your mind, do something else. Our goal will be that the meeting is Wednesday, Thursday. The goal will be that you'll be in by Monday at the latest. So you'll have several days to set up.
Okay, great. Well, I think that answers everyone's questions on here, Steve. If anyone else has any additional questions that they think of post this webinar, you can obviously reach out to Steve or anyone from the AIM staff as well. Steve, do you have anything else you'd like to add?
No, other than to say, so we look forward to seeing you coming in as a speaker or as a sponsor or as an exhibitor. You will get an email from us with the links to sign up to be a sponsor or an exhibitor. And as Mike said, please feel free to reach out with any other questions. And we look forward to seeing you in September. But if you want to be a sponsor in particular, the sooner you sign up, the sooner your information will start going out with the marketing materials. And we are starting a large marketing campaign next week. So we hope that we'll get you signed up very, very soon. Thanks for attending this morning.